Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna be doing a look. I'm not sure what palette I'm gonna be using, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the video. So as always, make sure that you guys are subscribed, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. So I'm going to go ahead and prime. I'm going to do the other eyebrow in a bit, but I just want to go ahead and clean up this one because I want to do it step by step. So and then I'm just taking this wire wall brush to blend the base out. For the palette I'm going to be focusing on today, I'm going to be using the Sample Beauty, the Painter's palette in collaboration with Beth Painter. They released another palette like not too long ago, so I was actually really surprised when they started teasing this one, but I will say there's only 3 shimmers in here. So as soon as I saw the color story, I was super excited to play with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eyebrow. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Alex and focus it on my crease. Just like shaping out the color first. I'm not blending anything yet, I'm just placing the color. Next I'm going to go into the shade called Prince, and that's a purple shade, so I'm just going to use that to blend out the shade called Alex. I hope that by Friday the Worldy palette is still available so I can pick it up, because it's like the #1 purchase I want to make this month. Okay, so once I've added that shade, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Pop, which is like a lavender shade, and I want to see how it looks just to blend out like the purple a little bit further. Just a little bit of Pop. I definitely want to use probably to see like how well the pigments work. Probably not use a base, but I also do want to use like a base or maybe like cut my crease. So I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of Alex just to really intensify that purple in my crease shade. And then go in again with a little bit of Pop and Prince to blend it out. I'm just gonna add silver lining to my lid, just like in the center. A brush just to see how well it picks up on a brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and directly underneath of my eyes, I'm just gonna use the micellar water. Just gonna take that micellar water and clean around the brow, because sometimes the soap does leave a little bit of residue, and if you don't completely wipe it off, it's gonna be really distinct because the foundation like won't sit well. I'm just gonna be using the Urban Decay brow pen to do little flicks. Alright guys, so now that I've moisturized my face, I'm just gonna take the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I saw that they're soon going to be releasing a like spray, and I'm honestly really intrigued to see what it's like and just like see reviews. If it's as hyped up as the foundation, I'll probably pick it up, but I'm not gonna buy it as soon as it's released, just because I feel like for things like that I can usually wait. So yeah, one thing I'm like super excited to pick up this month is just the P. Louise Worldy palette, as well as the new palette that JC Cosmetics released to bring awareness to autism. So I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty foundation in Cashew, because this was like one of the only shades that they had, so hopefully it's a match. It might be too late, but yeah, it's gonna be too late. So yeah, I'd rather it be too light than too dark, because it was showing me a shade and I'm like, that looks too dark. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my sponge. Very yellow tone. So yeah, I'm super excited to pick up the new palette from JC Cosmetics to bring awareness to autism. And then I did want to pick up the Faced by Kareem X Hip Dot palette, and also the, what else? I can't remember what else I wanted to pick up. I was looking at getting the ColourPop palettes they just released, the little Ray of Sunshine and the Garden Variety, but I think instead of getting those, I might purchase the Tiny Marvels palette. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of purchases. Usually whenever Ulta 21 Days of Beauty starts, I'm like super excited, and I'm usually like always like, oh, I'm ready to like buy something new. But I've just been looking at them, like all of the I've been looking at everything that's going to be for sale, and there's not really anything that I'm like super thrilled about, to be honest. I mean, some things like the ABH Luminous Foundation is pretty exciting. But then again, I'm like, there's not really anything. Maybe I'll get like a new MAC lip pencil, but I think that's pretty much it. This foundation though, it doesn't look bad on the skin. It looks really, really nice. And it covered everything pretty well. Like, it makes my face look really nice. I guess I'll use my Juvia's Place one. That one typically is a little bit light. I'm just gonna take my sponge and blend it out so we can finally add some bronzer and me not look like I'm auditioning for Twilight. So I'm just gonna be blending this out. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding some bronzer. We're really gonna have to chisel our faces today. I'm gonna be taking this Morphe brush and just going around my nose. gonna take some, I'm just gonna take the sponge and really chisel everything out. I've been looking at some people's stories and they've been picking up the Too Faced palette, which is really pretty. I just don't know if I need it. It is a very gorgeous palette, but like the same way that I talked myself out of getting the garden variety, because I told myself like if I took away the purples and I took away the blues, I mean the purples and the jewel tones, I told myself if I took away the greens and the purples, it was a palette that was just neutral. So since I'm trying out a new foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and try out a new powder. I don't think I've ever used this powder before, so let's see how it goes. This is the Milk Makeup Translucent Light Setting Powder. It's a really weird contraption. I'm just gonna take some of the powder and just set my face. So now that I've set my face, I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze. So I'm gonna be taking the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is actually going to be something that is gonna be part of Ultimate 21 Days of Beauty, so it's pretty exciting. I've always really liked this bronzer a lot. Okay, so now that we're at this point, I'm just gonna do blush. So I'm gonna be using my Interstellar blush from ColourPop. Alright, so now that I've used blush, I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom lash line. For my lower lash line, I want to do a different color than the one that I did on my lid. So I don't know which color I want to do. I'm going to take the shade called Scamp, which is the bright blue. For the inner corner, there's not like a really intense shimmery white, and that's like my preference when I'm doing an inner corner highlight. So I could be using neon, but I feel like there's already a lot of colors on the eyes, so I want to go ahead and do something just shimmery and gold, just like something really pretty. So while I am doing my inner corner highlight, I'm just going to go over my thoughts on the palette. So this palette I believe is like 30 bucks. I paid like probably $37 for it, with including shipping on Beauty Bay. So it got to me, I ordered it like August 12th and it just got to me like a couple days ago, like not even like I think maybe like the last week. So yeah, it does take a while to get here from Beauty Bay, so takes sometimes like 2 weeks, 1.5. But yeah, it does retail for like 32 bucks. It isn't bad at all compared to like, you know, like the Beauty Perfect Cosmetics palette. I think I paid like $60 for that. And for the Worldy palette that I'm about to buy, I think it's like I think that's gonna be like 70 bucks. So yeah, some expensive makeup palettes, but nonetheless, like whatever, you know, I've bought more expensive, so I can't really complain. So long I like the color story and it performs really well, then like I'm all for it. So I honestly really liked how all of the colors were blending out. They're really nice. They packed on really nicely. That shade Silver Lining is really pigmented. I actually opened up a brand new Miss A glue, but I wanted to try this one out because Juicy Jazz always talks about it. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, and she said it's like super good. Alright guys, so I just added some blue liner to my waterline, but that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what you guys think of this look, or let me know if you guys picked up this palette as well. I love hearing your guys' feedback, so definitely let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell so that way you guys are always notified of when I upload, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.